by Brahmaji based on his divine vision, the vision that he has of Lord Vishnu in Vaikuntha. So what he saw the personality of Godhead seen leaning favorably towards his loving servitors. See. Can anyone see that? Brahmaji saw the Supreme Personality of Godhead leaning favorably towards his loving servitors. His very sight intoxicating and attractive, and he appeared to be very much satisfied. He had a smiling face decorated with an enchanting reddish hue. If you will see Srimad Bhagavatam, if you study it deeply, in almost every canto, at least 2 to 3 times, the beauty and the appearance of Lord is very much detailed and elaborated. At least 2 to 3 times in every canto. He was dressed in yellow robes and wore earrings and a helmet on his head. He had 4 hands, Chaturbhujam. And his chest was marked with the lines of the goddess of fortune. Vakshasi Lakshitam Shriya. And then he further saw the energies that we discussed. How many energies? 4, 16 and 5. And Brahmaji, when he had this divine vision or the darshan of the Supreme Lord, he was overwhelmed with joy in his heart. And his eyes were filled with tears of love. And in full transcendental love and ecstasy, he bowed down before the Lord. That is the highest perfection for the living being, Paramhansa. Then what is the response from the Supreme Lord? That is further. Tam priyamanam samupastitam kavim prajavisarge nij sansaranam babasa isha smita sochisa gira priya priyam prita manakare sparshahan. Very beautiful verse. It says, Priya priyan pritaha. Priyam is the counterpart of the love, and Priya, beloved, Priyam is the counterpart, and Prita Manaha, being very much pleased, the mind being overjoyed. And seeing Brahma present before him, the Lord accepted him as worthy to create living beings. So Brahma is the inspiration for the Supreme Lord to create further living beings, to be controlled as he desired, and thus being much satisfied with him, the Lord shook hands with Brahma. Wow. The Lord shook hands with Brahma. This is Prabhupada's contribution. The verse is not speaking about it. But Srila Prabhupada has entered the heart of whom? Of the Supreme Lord. And Prabhupada is revealing that the Lord being so much satisfied with Brahmaji, that the Lord shook hands with Brahma. Have you ever seen Garbhodakshai Vishnu shaking hand with anyone? Even Lakshmi ji, what access she has? She can only massage the lotus feet of the Lord. There is no question of, have you seen any of the associate of Lord Vishnu having a handshake or keeping his hand on the shoulder? Not possible. The awe and reverence is so high that it is not possible for anyone. No one can go beyond his lotus feet. But here the Lord is so satisfied with Brahmaji that Srila Prabhupada is revealing. 1 minute. There is a lot of background disturbance. One moment. I'll close the door so that it is little less. Lord shook hands with Brahma and slightly smiling addressed him thus. So see, uh, this is both ways. Brahmaji is in ecstasy. In the previous verse, we saw that Brahmaji was in ecstasy. His eyes filled with tears of love and in full transcendental love and ecstasy. And now the Supreme Lord is also reciprocating the same ecstasy, being very much satisfied with Brahmaji. Prabhupada says the creation of this material world is not blind or accidental. The living entities who are ever conditioned or Nitya Baddha are thus given a chance for liberation under the guidance of his own representative like Brahma. So naturally Brahma is the founder Acharya. The Lord instructs Brahma in Vedic knowledge in order to diffuse this knowledge to the conditioned souls. The conditioned souls are forgetful of their relationship with the Lord. And thus a period of creation and the process of dissemination of Vedic knowledge are necessary activities of the Lord. Lord Brahma has a great responsibility in delivering the conditioned souls. And therefore he is very dear to the Lord. See how Srila Prabhupada is presenting. That how the Lord was so satisfied with Brahmaji that he shook hands with Brahma. Why? Who will answer? Based on what we have read. Why the Supreme Lord, Garbhodakshai Vishnu, is so pleased with Brahma that he shook hands? Bataiye. What is that extraordinary quality or the activity that Brahmaji is conducting that the Supreme Lord is so pleased? बोलिए पुरुषोत्तम प्रभु.
Hare Krishna. Delivering the conditions of
Cannot hear you. Your voice is breaking. बोलिए. His connection is not stable. Can anyone hear what he said?
No, Prabhuji.
Which he said, delivering the conditioned souls.
Yeah. So actually, the Lord is so pleased with Brahmaji because Brahmaji has taken the same mission in life. What is the mission of Lord himself? Brahmaji is assisting the Lord in fulfilling his mission. What is the mission? In delivering the conditioned souls. So that is why Brahmaji has become so glorious. Because he is executing the mission of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Lord is so satisfied with him. And therefore he is very dear to the Lord. Prabhupada is saying Lord Brahma has great responsibility in delivering the conditioned soul. And therefore he is very dear to the Lord. That is why we see at the end of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that no one is dear to me more than one who gives this knowledge to others. Why? Because when one receives the knowledge, his ignorance is dispelled. And there is possibility for him to return home back to Godhead. So one is fulfilling the mission of the Supreme Lord himself. So how dear he becomes to the Lord? By attempting to fulfill the mission of the Lord. Brahma also does his duty very perfectly, not only by generating the living entities, but also spreading his party for reclaiming the fallen souls. The party is called the Brahma Sampradaya. Wow. See how Prabhupada is presenting. It is not a party of gangsters. This is a party of delivering the conditioned souls. This party is called Brahma Sampradaya, and any member of this party to date is naturally engaged in reclaiming the fallen souls back to Godhead, back home. So if one wants to come in this party, one has to perform this activity, this function. The Lord is very much anxious to get back his parts and parcel, as stated in the Bhagavad Gita. No one is more dear than one who takes the task of reclaiming the fallen souls back to Godhead. What is the verse? Anyone remembers the verse? 18.71. 18.7. No, 18.69. 18.69. Very famous verse, 18.69. Krishna says, there is no servant in this world more dear to me than he, nor will there ever be one more dear. One who distributes this knowledge. There are many renegades from the Brahma Sampradaya whose only business is to make men more forgetful of the Lord and thus entangle them more and more in material existence. Such persons are never dear to the Lord. And the Lord sends them deeper into the darkest region of matter, so that such envious demons may not be able to know the Supreme Lord. Anyone, however, preaching the mission of the Lord, this is the point, in the line of Brahma Sampradaya is always dear to the Lord. And the Lord, being satisfied with such a preacher of the authorized bhakti cult, shakes hand with him in great satisfaction. The Prabhupada is giving this benediction to everyone. That anyone, however, preaching the mission of the Lord in line of the Brahma Sampradaya is always dear to the Lord. And the Lord, being satisfied with such a preacher of the authorized bhakti cult, shakes hand with him in great satisfaction. So what the Supreme Lord says, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Tvayam Toshita Samyug Vedagarga Siraksaya Chiramvratena Tapasa Dus Astarsho Kuto Yogina. So what is Lord saying? Tvayam Toshita. Toshita means he is highly pleased. And how is highly pleased? Samyak. Samyak means fully, completely. The Lord is fully pleased, completely pleased with Brahmaji. Why? Because of the action which Brahmaji has performed. The beautiful personality of Godhead, Srila Prabhupada is mentioning. The beautiful personality of Godhead addressed Lord Brahma. O Brahma, impregnated with the Vedas, I am very much pleased with your long accumulated penance with the desire for creation. Hardly I am pleased with the pseudo-mystics. There are two kinds of penance, one for sense gratification and the other for self-realization. Who can distinguish which is the penance for self-realization and which one is for sense gratification with some examples? Can anyone cite some examples? Penance for self-realization and penance for sense gratification. Yes, Ravindra Prabhu and Priyanka Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Penance for sense gratification is Ravana and Hiranyakashipu.
Very good. Because they want to amass power, position. Okay.
And for self-realization is Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruv Maharaj.
Dhruv Maharaj, penance is not for self-realization. What is the penance meant for? Dhruv Maharaj is to get a position in the topmost planet, even higher than Brahma. Isn't it? Dhruv Maharaj did do penance for satisfaction of the Lord.
No, Guru.
No. He wanted a kingdom which was higher than even Brahmaji. Then, what are the examples of penance for self-realization? Others can contribute. Please speak up. What are the examples? Yes, Madan Prabhu.
Ambrish Maharaj.
Yes, very good. Amrish Maharaj. He was fasting almost full 1 year. Other examples? Yes, Dayāśīl Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Parikshit Maharaj fasted for 7 days, 1 night.
Yes, Parikshit Maharaj. Very good. Parikshit Maharaj. So these Parikshit Maharaj exactly precisely for self-realization. Okay, good. There are many pseudo mystics who undergo severe penances for their own satisfaction. And there are others who undergo severe penances for the satisfaction of the senses of the Lord. But penances like those undertaken to discover nuclear weapons will never satisfy the Lord. By nature's own way, everyone has to meet death. And if such a process of death is accelerated by anyone's penances, there is no satisfaction for the Lord. The Lord wants every one of his parts and parcels to attain eternal life and bliss by coming home to Godhead. And the whole material creation is meant for that objective. Brahma underwent severe penances for that purpose, namely to regulate the process of creation so that the Lord might be satisfied. Therefore, the Lord was very much pleased with him. And for this, Brahma was impregnated with Vedic knowledge. The ultimate purpose of Vedic knowledge is to know the Lord and not to misuse the knowledge for any other purpose. Those who do not utilize Vedic knowledge for that purpose are known as Kuta yogis or pseudo transcendentalists who spoil their lives with ulterior motives. Varam varya bhadram te vareshama abhimanchita brahman shriya parishrama pumsamad darshanavadhi. And what the Lord speaks to Brahmaji, he says, Varam Varyam Varaya Bhadram Te. Bhadram means Shubh, something auspicious. And Varam means any boon or benediction. So the Lord is giving an invitation and offer to Brahmaji to please ask any benediction. I wish you good luck, O Brahma, and you may ask from me, the giver of all benediction. What is the name of the Lord? Vari Varya. Varam Varya Bhadram Te Varaisham. Varaisham. He is the Isha of all amongst those who give Varaha. That means he is the chief amongst those who give others the blessings of the benediction. So he is Varaisham. Or he is also known as Vardaraj. Lord Vardaraj is there. I wish you good luck, O Brahma. You may ask from me, the giver of all benedictions, all that you may desire. You may know that the ultimate benediction, as the result of all penance, is to see me by realization. So that already Brahmaji has attained. He is having the clear vision audience of the Supreme Lord. The ultimate realization of the Supreme Truth is knowing and seeing face to face the personality of Godhead. Realization of the impersonal Brahman and localized Paramatma features of the personality of Godhead is not ultimate realization. When one realizes the Supreme Lord, one does not struggle hard to perform penances to achieve some higher realization. The next stage of life is to discharge devotional service to the Lord, just to satisfy. In other words, one who has realized and seen the Supreme Personality, Supreme Lord, has attained all perfections because everything is included in that highest perfectional stage. The impersonalists and the pseudo mystics, however, cannot reach this state. So I'll stop here. A short class. So here we see that how much the Lord is satisfied with the service, the attitude of Brahmaji. So much satisfied that he is inviting Brahmaji to ask any boon. And the Lord is assuring him that he will honor that boon. Okay. So from your side, if there is any question or discussion, so please speak. This year we will go and take darshan of Lord Vardaraj, possibly if the Lord allows. Ahobalam Yatra will be there in October, after Mayapur Yatra, Ahobalam Yatra. And I have a long desire to go to Kanchi, where Lord Vardaraj is there. This beautiful verse. Varam Varyan Varesham. Is Vardaraj. He is the best among those who give benedictions. Lord Vardaraj is seated in Kanchi, Kanchipuram. Okay, I don't see any question coming from your side. So I will stop here and we will continue tomorrow. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanand.